Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about the next DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online and what we might be looking at here. So we're actually in a pretty rare spot in Grand Theft Auto Online where the previous DLC is out, gun running. Right now, we're in the midst of them releasing the drip feed content, and we have not a single idea at what the next update is going to be. Nothing official has come from Rockstar, where they left some teaser in a newswire, so nothing official has come from them, and there haven't been any big leaks released by anyone in the reputable members of the GTA community, or just in general. There haven't been anything that, anyone could latch onto. So for the first time in a long time, we are completely in the dark as to what we're going to be seeing next in Grand Theft Auto Online. However, I'm going to shine a light on what likely is going to be coming next based off of Rockstar's patterns, what we can look for in the future, and a lot more. So to get us started, we got to go back to the newswire. This is when they introduced the Wagner and the Independence Day stuff. They said in the summer, weeks and months ahead, we've got lots more fun modes and high octane vehicles coming your way. So I think that means right there that for basically the rest of the summer, Rockstar is going to be releasing tunables content, whether it's adversary modes or vehicles, because they specifically state summer, weeks, and months ahead, which was plural. So the summer officially ends on Friday, September 22nd. And I mean, that's not exactly that far away. It's basically about 2.5 months. And at Rockstar's current pace, they've still got 7 vehicles left in the files and 2 adversary modes left. So even if they release those vehicles at a 1 week at a time pace, they're still looking at 2 months right there. And there's a pretty good chance that there's going to be maybe a gap between the vehicles releasing, or Rockstar doing a 10-week event or something along those lines. So the fact that it could take them the entire summer to release all the tunables content is something that isn't too far-fetched. So I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. And Mach 1 Bud, a staff member on the GTA Forum site, believes the exact same thing. He says, "I speculate the next DLC will be sooner than expected," which is interesting, "but the current drip feed will last longer than desired." So I guess that really all depends on if you like the cars or you're excited for the ones that are arriving. But he says, "I speculate the next DLC will be sooner than expected." Well, what does soon mean? Now, my guess is that it's going to be coming in October, that it's going to be happening in the fall, for a couple reasons. Number one, this matches up with what Rockstar said on the newswire. It would eliminate the summer, we'd be in the fall, and in the last 2 years, Rockstar have done DLCs in October, lowriders and then bikers. So it would make sense if they did the exact same thing here. So let's talk about what could be that update in October. Well, be prepared to put on your tinfoil hats a little bit, as this could get pretty interesting. So the original Grand Theft Auto was released, I'm talking about Grand Theft Auto 1, was released on PC in October of 1997. That means that this year, in October of 2017, the Grand Theft Auto series will see its 20th anniversary. And we know Rockstar likes to celebrate the little things, so I'm all but certain they will want to mark the occasion of their juggernaut franchise turning 2 decades old. So that's the first possibility I could see. The 20th anniversary of the Grand Theft Auto series getting a massive throwback DLC in online. So what I would imagine is all of the fan favorite content from previous GTA games making their way into online. So for example, from Grand Theft Auto Vice City, we might see, 80s style clothing, or we might see the katana or a flamethrower as far as a weapon goes. We might even see something along the lines of like a Cuban Hermes. From GTA San Andreas, maybe something like the Savannah or the Rustler, some cool vehicles like that. From GTA 4, maybe something like the PMP 600. There's tons of amazing vehicles from GTA 4 that I think would be awesome that we still don't have in GTA 5. And maybe they could do something with the characters of Grand Theft Auto Past as well. Maybe we see a reappearance from Nico Bellic or Tommy Vercetti or CJ or something like that. I know that's kind of stretching it a little bit, but I think that it would be awesome if Rockstar did a 20th anniversary special by doing an epic DLC and online. Now, I can already see it now. Rockstar's just going to do like an event week with an adversary mode or something like that. But hopefully they go bigger and bolder and they provide us something awesome for for that epic 20th anniversary of the Grand Theft Auto series. Let me know on either Twitter or in the comment section down below if you think Rockstar is going to do something special for their 20th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto, or do you think they're just going to do something simple like an event week and an adversary mode? Okay, up next, it's going to be a continuation of the Running series. And if you don't know what the Running series is, it's basically the CEO/biker stuff. So if you think about it, the Finance and Felony DLC is called Crate Running. If we go back to Bikers, that's Drug Running. If we go back to Import-Export, that's Car Running. And then we've got Gun Running, which is literally gun running. So essentially the last 4 out of 5 DLCs have basically been the exact same thing, just with a different theme and different vehicles. And I think the exact same thing could happen with the next update, whether that's Gun Running Part 2 that features more aircrafts and new weapons, or if that's another style of drug or business operation. I'm not exactly sure what is left in Grand Theft Auto Online to run things from point A to point B, but I'm sure Rockstar could come up with something. So I think that that is a pretty good guess that that's likely going to happen, whether it happens sometime this year or next year. There's definitely going to be some sort of Gun Running Part 2. I'm really not too sure, but it's got to be on Rockstar's radar because it's worked for them in the past, and they know that a lot of people get excited for that style of update. Me personally, I would like to see them do something different. I'm kind of tired of the business updates like that, but I think it's a safe bet to say that that could easily be the next DLC. Moving on, the next one that would make sense would be Tuners and Outlaws. So you guys know Tuners and Outlaws. It's the concept created by GTA Wise Guy. It is a DLC that he created, kind of a fan-made one. It's got over 70,000 signatures, and the last time the community came together so seriously on something like this, the result was us getting Grand Theft Auto Online Bikers. It was clear that Rockstar saw the support for a full-fledged Bikers update, and they introduced that into the game. So I wonder if it's just taken them a little bit of time to develop, get their T's crossed and their I's dotted on this update. But I definitely think that Tuners and Outlaws is very strongly going to be one of the next updates, if not the next update, because for a couple reasons. Obviously, because of the petition and the community support, it would be an incredibly popular update. But also, number 2, it's a theme that really hasn't been explored. We got Cunning Stunts, which was more like racing and race car, whereas Tuners and Outlaws could be exactly what it is, more of like an underground tuning sort of DLC with a sort of a side where you can choose between being the good guy or the bad guy, which would be awesome. Being able to select if you were an outlaw or if you wanted to be on the more racer tuner side. So I could definitely see this being added as well into the game. I know that if they did it right, Rockstar would probably hit a home run with the Tuners and Outlaws theme. Moving on, the next one I could see would be police/services. So I'm talking about, you know, EMS, ambulance, fire department, police department. Now, the reason I say this for 2 reasons. Number 1, the roleplay community is blowing up doing stuff like this, whether it's role-playing as a cop or a firefighter or an emergency services staff member. So Rockstar has clearly got to see that, and they have to know the popularity of other mods like LSPDFR and LCPDFR from GTA 4. So they definitely know the popularity of playing as a good guy, the cop. Another thing that has me convinced is the fact that the beta version of Grand Theft Auto Online was basically cops and robbers. It was essentially just like this. So it was something that Rockstar was originally going to do, and then they scrapped sometime during development. So I could easily see them bringing it back. And also, as far as the vehicles go, most of the work is already done. I think people would love it if we could just buy and upgrade a lot of the police and emergency services vehicles in the game, like the cop car, the FIB Buffalo, the lifeguard SUV. There's a whole bunch of vehicles that really Rockstar wouldn't have to do all that much work for. So the update is pretty much right there for the taking. They've just got to introduce some sort of system around it to make it a pretty fun DLC, like police missions, clothing, all sorts of awesome stuff. So I definitely think that that's going to be one that the community would also jump behind and would have a ton of support if Rockstar did something like that. All right, and the final theme I could see coming out would be either zombies or aliens. As far as zombies go, they did that in Red Dead Redemption with Undead Nightmare. It worked really well for them there. I personally think zombies is a bit overdone. And then aliens, because of the theme and the lore of Grand Theft Auto 5 with the Mount Chiliad mystery, the fact that there's alien UFOs everywhere, I think that this could be something that would easily be introduced. I wouldn't necessarily love it, but it could be cool as far as developing other Easter eggs and mysteries in the game. So those are all the ones that I would most likely see. Now, what I want to happen, this is just my own personal suggestion, is an old Vinewood update. So this old Vinewood update would be focused around the movie business in GTA Online, which was a huge part of GTA 5 single player. So we could end up doing missions for Solomon Richards that would take us into some of the more exotic places in the game, like the Bahama Mamas nightclub, eventually opening that up. I would love to see more movie cars added, like James Bond's Aston Martins, the DeLorean or the Deluxo from Vice City, and also giving us access to mansions in Grand Theft Auto Online. Where do these rich Hollywood actors or Vinewood actors live? Well, in the mansions, of course. So that's the update that I would personally like to see. Is it likely? I'm not too sure, but the 5 or 6 that I've listed today should give you a pretty good idea at what's going to be coming next, even though it might be a couple months down the line here in Grand Theft Auto Online. But anyways, that's all the information I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comment section down below. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.